Hi everybody, this is Brian Plays Chess. I am on a journey to learn chess better, the more theory of the chess, the more academic part of the chess, because when I was playing as a little kid, I kind of played intuitively. I was taught by various adults because I was living in U.S. Army bases overseas, and I would have some of those soldiers teach me how to play chess while I was at this USO, I guess you would call it, this place for recreational play. And as I was learning, I was very intrigued about it, but I stopped for quite a bit of time, and now I'm trying to get back at it again. So I'm going to start by learning the middle game, the end game, the tactics, and all that fun stuff, but I also want to focus on the openings as well. So I looked through and scoured the internet, and I tried to find the top openings for when you're playing white, the top openings for when you're playing black. So for this video, I'm going to focus on playing white, and I figure the best way to learn is to show. So I'm going to go ahead and present what I learned, the top 7 moves while playing white. Here we go. Alright, so I'm not going to be a good commentator at this. I'm not a super expert after all, but I do understand the theories a little bit. We're going to start off with our e4. We're going to hit up on e5. They're stopping the progress here. We're going to hit knight f3. This is going to hit knight c6. So right now, white is on the offensive. Black is on the defensive, protecting his pawn while they're ready for an attack. Now remember, this is all about setup. We're not going super aggressive here. So we're going to still try to keep the pin, even though this pawn is still not out yet. We're still going to try to keep the pin going on there. And then they're going to try to drop down to A to put pressure on this bishop, to get it out of the way. So bishop's probably going to move down right here. And we're going to be like, okay, I'll get out of the way, but just for now. Alright, so we're going to put knight to f6 here. And we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of pressure on this bishop right here. And then white's going to castle. Now again, this is not about offensive. This is about just setting up your pieces really well. So we're going to castle here as white. And then we're going to move, this one's going to move bishop to e7. Right around here. Still protecting everything just in case this bishop does decide to come out a little bit later. We're going to do rook to e1. And then we're going to go ahead and hit b5. Right down here. Put a little bit more pressure on that bishop right there. We're going to do bishop to b3. We're going to move down a little bit. We're still trying to set up our pieces here. We're not trying to do anything over drastic or crazy. We're going to do d6. Boom, easy peasy. We're going to do c3. We're going to castle over here. We're going to hit up h3. We're going to do knight to b8. Because he's moving back, so he can move back over here. This is just a variation of it. And then we're going to go d4. Trying to keep that center zone. Now we got 2 players in play instead of just one. Normally you might have seen this horsey take it already. But again, we're just trying to prepare everything at this time. And then knight coming here. So this is the Ruy Lopez, and this is a variation of it. This is just setting up all your pieces so white is ready to go. White can eventually come up to here. White can throw his horsey up here and then come over here once it's clear. He can start attacking if he wants, having protection from this pawn. It can shoot up to this area once it has its knight right here. So there's so many things that it can do. Most of the pieces are opened up and ready to go. Even the queen is ready to play once this bishop is either taken or not. And because there's nothing else to take it. So that was the Ruy Lopez. Now let's move on to the Italian game. Alright, now we're going to work on the Italian game. The Italian game has a little bit more tactics. It's not about building defense only. It's actually about trying your best to capture and keep the middle at all costs, but by using as much defense as you can. So we're going to start off kind of the similar way as the Ruy Lopez. We're going to bring out all of our center pieces. We're going to bring our knights out first, and then we're going to shoot our bishop up to c4 instead of b5, and then the black's bishop will come out as well to c5. We're going to go ahead and push up c3 to get a little bit more exit room for our queen right there as knight comes to f6. Then we're going to push up to d4 so that we can again keep that pressure in the middle as black takes d4. Now as black takes d4, hey, we ain't done yet because C is going to take d4 again in return. Bishop's going to take it back after that, and then knight's going to go to c3 right here. Right there. So far we're kind of still building our pieces. We're still trying to keep pressure in the middle. This pawn is still being protected. d5 is going to come down to add pressure. Now it's got two pieces to kind of threaten right now. So what's going to happen? Oh, I don't know. Well, actually I do know, because hey, I got the XL right in front of me. This one is going to take d5. The knight's going to take this bad boy right here on d5. Remember, it's all about keeping that middle. It's all about capturing that middle. The horsey is still okay if it wants to. It can still attack each other, but instead, white's going to go ahead and castle. We're going to hit up b6 down here, and then the queen's going to come out up here. So this is kind of where we're at for the Italian game. Again, we did everything that we can to try to keep the middle. We still got a lot of threats happening right here. But again, we got the queen and the bishop protecting it so that we can try to aggressively push forward. The bishop obviously has opportunities to attack the queen. The rook can come out and check. And as the bishop moves up, we can connect our knights. Later on, the black can of course castle. So this is just kind of the game to move everything forward while trying to still maintain that center zone. Okay, now we have the Queen's Gambit, and in this case it's a lot about baiting. From what I read, we're just trying to bait. We're creating this beautiful complex web. We're not doing the same moves as the Italian game or the Ruy Lopez with e4, e5. This time we're doing d4, d5, c4, and then we're going to do e6. Oh, sorry, e6 is over here. So we have our centerpieces all in the D box right here, while we got both of our pieces either attacking or defending. Then we're going to go knight c3 as the normal way. Sorry, knight c3. And then we're going to do knight f6. From there, we're going to go bishop to g5. Right here, we're going to try to pin the knight at the queen as bishop goes to e7. Right here. So it's basically pinning the knight. We're going to put that pressure on d5, and black's going to continue to develop its pieces while it's preparing to castle. So now we're going to do e3 while the black castles. We're going to go knight to f3, which normally we would have done it initially with the Ruy Lopez and Italian game, but we're keeping this for later for this here Queen's Gambit. And then we're going to go to h6, which is right here. Okay, so from there we're going to go bishop to h4. Right here, because we want to be careful of this here pawn right here. And then we're going to go hit up b6. So again, both sides are mostly developing. There's no crazy attacks happening right now. Now we're going to go bishop to d3, while black goes bishop to b7. Sorry, this way. So we got protection here. This still has a lot of opportunity to eventually move it. So definitely an open file. This one has an open file just in case, because look, bang, we got a pure open zone right there. We can't do anything just yet, but it definitely has potential right there. Alright, so from b7, we're going to go ahead and castle. White's going to castle. White, we're going to do knight to d7. Here. Knight to d7. And then from there, we're going to go queen to e2. Right here. So this is the Queen's Gambit. We're getting ready for a few things. We're getting our queen out to play right here. The horsey's still there, of course. And we got our bishop ready to go to protect it and give it some firepower. We can move the horse up here. Of course, it's still protected. We got a bunch of cool attack vectors that we can use. Our rooks are connected. Our potential pawn storm is still ready to go, just in case we need it. So the Queen's Gambit is definitely an opening that we can use to have a really kind of an offensive type of attack. It's laying the bricks for this beautiful foundation, and as soon as your opponent realizes that you've installed these machine guns, it'll be too late for them to respond. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the English opening. In this case, we are not rushing the center. We're going to sip our English tea, and we're going to just slowly build our pieces up like a step ladder. We're just going to take small little steps, little by little, because we're just being more cautious. So we're going to start up at C4. Our black's going to go to E5, and then from here we're going to go knight to C3, while this one goes knight to C6. So we're already seeing some defenses, whereas our knights here have nothing to go on. But again, we're preparing for a future confrontation, nothing right now. We're just getting ready to eventually take over this square right here. So we're going to continue going. We're going to go G3 while this one goes down to G6. From there, we're going to go bishop to G2. And then this was going to go bishop to G7. I love this move because it's kind of like a sniper move. Once these things clear, we can easily snipe up those rooks, and I love that part. So we're going to go D3. Like I said, we're doing step by step. We're not taking the D4 so immediately. This one is also going to go small step by step, as finally we hit up E4, and we got our protection right there as well. Now we're going to go knight on G, and then we're going to go ahead and go to E7, while our knight on G is going to go here to G2, right here. Sorry, G. Wait a minute, where are we going? E7. E2, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to read both things at the same time. We're going to go castle on black. We're going to go castle on white. And then we're going to go hit up F5. So that now we're starting to threaten the center. We still got our pawns right here ready to go. This one got protection here. This one got protection from here. So we still got a lot of flexibility to play around with. We're going to go bishop to E3. Sorry, bishop to E3. As we go bishop to E6. Now, as the final move, we're going to go move the queen up 1 as we finish our defense and our build-up of the English opening, which sounds like a tennis match. So theoretically, the bishop can go up here. The queen has a straight battering ram to go forward as well. If this bishop happens to move downward, our knights can move forward. If this bishop gets out of the way somehow, some way, we can do some fun stuff with getting both of these rooks right here. Our queen has many moves once our horses get out of the way. Again, we set up some defenses. Our rooks are connected at the same time. Our bishop over here has a straight sniper rifle shot, and we still have room for the pawn storm. That's potential. Again, we're not looking at the black right now. That'll be the next video. For right now, we're just trying to set up the English opening for the whites. Okay, so now we're going to focus on the Catalan opening. The Catalan opening is another slow burner. We're trying to do step by step to capture the center. We're not rushing there. There's no bum rush. It's going to be a slow burn. It's going to be a crawl to the center, if you will. So let's go ahead and start with our D4 as our knight to F6 moves out to play. Our C4 comes out while E6 comes out to play. We're going to hit up G3 so we can get our bishops out a little bit as D5 tries to claim its own center. We got 1 attack, but guess what? We got 2 defense. So that's not going to really do too much in this case. So let's see here. We're going to go bishop to G2 as we go bishop to C7. We can protect the horsey there, but I think black's more concerned with getting this beautiful check here. As a result, we're just going to still push up to knight to F3. Black castles, white castles. We go to C6, and our queen goes to C2. Our knight on B goes to D7, and our rook goes to D1. Everything's kind of converging on the center right now, as you can see, and we're kind of getting ready for that slow burn attack, just as we stated before. We're going to go down to B6. This is going to hit up to B3, And then our bishop's going to go to b7 here as our knight hits up c3. From here on, our rook will just simply go to c8. So this is the Catalan opening. We can do multiple attacks here. We can do 2 attacks here, but unfortunately we got 3 defenses there. But again, if this bishop wasn't there, we would have a little bit more. But this bishop obviously is protected by this knight. Our bishops can come out to play a little bit. Our queen is kind of ready to go whenever it needs. Our bishop easily comes out. Our rooks aren't connected just yet, but our king is castled, safe and protected. Their own rooks aren't castled either, so we're good to go there. And the queen is somewhat trapped. It would have to make multiple efforts to get out of this. So again, the Catalan is very slow burner, but if you're very cautious, then this is definitely the way to go. I may not use it that much, but who knows? Some players, if I lose too often, I might have to do this opening. Okay, now we got the King's Indian attack, which again is another slow burner hybrid that builds off to something intense, kind of like a shark stalking in water before it pounces on its prey. So we're going to just start off really quickly with knight to f3 as d5 goes into play. From there, we're going to hit up g3 so we can clear up room for the bishop as black knight goes to f6. Our bishop comes out to play as e6 also tries to protect its pawn on d5. We're going to go ahead and castle on our king side as the bishop goes to e7. We hit up d3 as black also castles in return. Our knight on b goes to d2 as c5 comes out to play. And then our e4 moves up just a touch to just try to grab the center. Now we're trying to get to that shark attack like we were talking about, and we're hitting the e4. Now knight goes to c3. Sorry, c6, not c3. After knight hits c3, our rook goes to e1. Again, we're trying to stay focused on the center here, just to protect it and get going. Our b goes down to b5, and then we hit up e5. As e5 moves up, we're still protected by 1. We can get attacked by 1. But that wouldn't really matter because black would have to go next, and then we'll just be able to grab it after that and have a little fun thereafter. Maybe even going to here, putting the queen into some type of a threat posture. So far we're looking kind of good. We hit up e5. Now we're gonna go knight to d7 because it's being threatened. So let's just get on out of here to d7 as h4 comes out to play. So we can, bishop can come out a little bit. Horsey's protecting that. Our horsey here can't really do much, but it can go here and then jump here, and then from there do all kinds of damage, while our bishop can then eventually come out attacking their queen. So there's just a lot of moves going on here. Again, it's a slow starter. I talked about the shark coming out to play. Well, guess what? This kind of looks like a wave going upward, and all of our sharks are right here, ready to pounce and ready to go. So now we got the famous, or should I say infamous, London system. It's very comfortable. A lot of people doing it. A lot of people like doing it. It's reliable. It gets the job done. So from what I heard, let's get it going. We're starting with d4 here as black moves to d5. We're going to go knight to f3, which is very kind of usual, as knight goes to f6. We're going to go to bishop to f4 right here, and then e6 is going to come down, protecting this bishop right here. Then we're going to go hit up e3 for us, protecting our own pawn in the center as bishop goes down to d6 right here. Let's threaten each other. Let's play. We can get a potential check right there, but instead we're going to go bishop to g3. Just move it and get ourselves protected just a little bit from this pawn as black castles. Now we're gonna go our knight on B to D2, kind of like we did last time, and then they're gonna hit up B6. From there, we're gonna take our bishop to D3, right here. Now you see that we're starting to get this beautiful line going. We can hit up multiple places, destroy multiple pieces. C5 is going to then come out to try to make some threats. But then our C3 is going to come out and try to get that little bit extra protection in the center while knight goes to C6. From there, our knight is going to go to E5 right here. There's only one thing that can attack it. Well, guess what? We can attack it back if that happens, if they want to do a quick trade. Then they're going to take their queen to C7. And then we're going to take our F4 to protect, dual protection of the knight. So this one is a little bit more of that classical. It actually looks kind of like the London system. Well, it kind of looks like a castle a little bit. It has these nice sharp pointy edges. And look at the black. The black is kind of cramped a little bit, while we have kind of 5 rows ready to go. They're kind of stuck on 3 rows right there. So it does seem like a beautiful, reliable type of attack. I kind of like this, and I'm going to try to use it in future games, specifically this one. Of course, I like to continue using the Ruy Lopez, the Italian game, and the Queen's Gambit, but that with the London system seems really good for this kind of a reliable go-forward attack, whereas the English opening and the Catalan opening and the King's Indian attack are more for slow roll, let's do step by step and get to where we're going kind of a deal. So these have been the top 7 openings for white, and I look forward to speaking again so we can talk about the top 7 openings for black. Thank you very much.